Welcome back, everyone. If you're new to the channel and love all things Raiders, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's dive right into today's topic. Today, we're breaking down the Raiders' offense heading into 2024, and there's one player I'm especially excited about: second-year wide receiver Trey Tucker. This guy has the potential to really break out for the Las Vegas Raiders this season. Just to recap, the Raiders drafted Trey Tucker in the third round last season. It was a bit of a roller coaster for him as a rookie, but a lot of that had to do with the challenges the team faced, especially early on. Under Josh McDaniels, the offense struggled in the first half of the season, and Tucker wasn't used much at all. In fact, there were games where he didn't even suit up, which left a lot of us scratching our heads. But things started to change after the rough start and once Josh McDaniels was let go. We saw Trey Tucker gradually become more involved in the offense, showing his potential as a deep threat. In the 2023 NFL season, Tucker caught 19 passes for 331 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for 77 yards on 10 attempts. Even though he didn't get a ton of opportunities, he showcased his speed and potential, averaging an impressive 20.7 yards per reception. Toward the end of the season, he started making those big plays we'd been waiting for. Another reason I'm optimistic about Trey Tucker this year is the Raiders' decision to name Garoppolo as the starting quarterback. While we've only seen a small sample size in the preseason, what stood out to me was the connection between Garoppolo and Tucker in those games against the Vikings and Cowboys. Tucker made 30-yard catches in both games, with Garoppolo hitting him on deep throws. It's a limited sample, but it's promising, and it could lead to a significant role for Tucker this season, especially as a vertical threat. Now, while the Raiders' quarterback situation isn't set in stone, Garoppolo might not be the starter all season. Tucker's chemistry with him could be key, especially early on. And if the situation changes and rookie Aiden O'Connell steps in, it's worth noting that O'Connell and Tucker also have a solid connection from last season. So, no matter who's under center, I believe Tucker will be a big part of this offense. Trey Tucker's speed is something unique to the Raiders' roster. He can stretch the field and force defenses to account for his deep threat ability. Just by being on the field, he forces safeties to respect his speed, which can open up opportunities underneath for players like Davante Adams, Jacoby Myers, and Brock Bowers. And if defenses don't account for Tucker's speed, well, that's when we can expect those big plays down the field. Going into this offseason, I wasn't sure how much the Raiders would use Tucker, especially in the special teams department, but it's clear now that his role could be much bigger than we thought. With the emergence of Tyreek Mallister on special teams during the preseason, where he made some huge plays, Trey Tucker might be able to focus solely on his role as a wide receiver. This would be the ideal scenario for the Raiders. If Mallister continues to shine like he did in the preseason, the team will be in great shape on special teams, eliminating the need for Tucker to be involved there. This allows Tucker to fully concentrate on contributing to the offense. However, there are some challenges ahead for Trey Tucker this season, particularly around how often he'll actually be on the field. With the Raiders having a new offensive coordinator, Luke Getsy, his personnel choices will significantly impact how many snaps Tucker gets. If the Raiders stick to a lot of 12 personnel formations, which include 1 running back and 2 tight ends, Tucker's opportunities might be limited since only 2 wide receivers would be on the field at a time. We all know Davante Adams is a lock to be out there on almost every play, barring injury. The real battle is for that second wide receiver spot, and Jacoby Myers is expected to take on that role. He's coming off a breakout season, but one thing Myers lacks is the deep threat ability that Tucker brings to the table. While Myers thrived in the Patriot-style offense under Josh McDaniels, it will be interesting to see how he adapts to the new system. Though he's still a top-notch receiver, it wouldn't be surprising if his production dips a bit this season. The biggest challenge for Tucker could be the reliance on 12 personnel, which might limit his time on the field. Another key factor in Tucker's success will be the performance of the Raiders' offensive line. Their ability to pass block is crucial, especially when it comes to giving Garoppolo enough time to launch those deep passes to Tucker. For these deep routes to develop, the line has to hold up, making their performance essential not only to Tucker's success, but to the overall effectiveness of the Raiders' offense. Tucker brings something unique to the table: speed and the ability to stretch the field that no other player on the roster offers. I want to see him out there as much as possible because he has a real shot at breaking out this season. One thing that stood out during the preseason was Tucker's improvement in catching the ball. Last year, drops were a bit of an issue for him, with some bobbled catches leading to incompletions. But this preseason, he's been reliable, catching nearly everything thrown his way. That's a great sign of his development. In summary, I'm really excited about Trey Tucker's potential impact this season. If everything comes together, he could be a key player in the Raiders' offense in 2024, bringing some much-needed explosiveness to the team. So, Raider Nation, what do you think? How do you see Trey Tucker fitting into this offense under Luke Getsy? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, Raider Nation, that's all for today's video. If you're new here and love Raider-related content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.